Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Today we have a video dedicated to you guys that are into overseas products, especially Japanese products. And today we're going to have a manufacturer by the name of Tone or Tone, depending on who you ask. And this is a Japanese manufacturer, but they're also, well, they also outsource to Taiwan. And I think possibly one or two other countries as well. And anyways, I got a set here. I want to take a look at you guys. It's a nice one. It's here, the RMR110. Let's get into it. Oh, looking at the setup, it does say it's the ratchet ring wrench set reverse offset. So it's going to be a full set. I'll show you what's in here in just a second. Typically, a lot of these overseas manufacturers will put where it's manufactured at. Tony doesn't on this, and I am willing to believe this one is going to be made in Taiwan, but I could be wrong. Quick look here. We'll zoom in for you guys to see. This is going to be a rundown of all of the wrenches in this set. So it's going to be a combination set with open end and ratcheting end. And there's a neat little feature in this ratcheting end that we'll talk about in just a minute. Here's your size breakdown. It's almost a skip-proof set. That's why I bought it. It's really close. You are skipping the 9. You are skipping the 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Obviously skips the 20 and then goes straight to the 21. So a really good gambit of size, especially for a Japanese wrench set. And again, the part number is RMR110. I'll put a link down below to where you guys can get it, obviously at the best price. But there's something actually distinctly unique about this part number because it actually shows several different types. This type and another one. But again, I'll put the right link down below so you guys can get the right unit. All right, coming out of the box, it's actually a really nice stamped steel case. I've got no complaints. It actually has a nice metallic luster to it as well. And the tone, I don't think that's metallic. I think it's going to be plastic. It's just chromed over. So if you like chrome accents on your wrench set, nice steel hinge, which is great. Even has the bumps here, so you could place it on its side, and it stands on its side. So that's going to be nice for some of you guys who are really picky about how you package this away. Again, there's your little bumps, your raised bumps for not scratching up the whole case. And it has a nice little old school metal handle, and again, metal clasps here as well. Really nice positioning, good locking. These are much better than the plastic ones that you'll see on other ones. These will last you. You can always, tidy them up if they ever start to bend or become loose. And there you go inside. Nice foam packaging tray inside. They do also give you the little rundown again of all the sizes and the part number. But this nice foam packing is, obviously nice to have to keep this from bouncing around. It does have the additional foam packing inside here. This is much more dense. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull one out. We'll go ahead and pull out the 14 millimeter. It's kind of a nice satin, kind of nickel chrome finish to it. Just have this kind of like almost a split beam through the middle. The numbers appear to actually be forged in. I don't think they're stamped. All this is part of the manufacturing process, which is really good. And the only part that's in addition is this laser etching. So there's your part number. And they do look to be nice and true and straight. The mouth is nice open too. Good nice little test. Fairly good fit. And then the ratcheting end, which I like, it's got a 13-degree angle on the side. A little bit different. Some are 10 or 15. This is 13. That's what they wanted to do with it. Kind of cool. They have their own little tone, Reversing lever right there. Action's nice. It doesn't say what the tooth count is on it, but this feels pretty much like a 72 tooth to me. So I'm willing to bet this is a 72 tooth. Head is nice and minimalistic. Not thick. Very good design that way. It does spread out here. I do like that it's kind of got some beveling to the edges. It's really tough when these are sharp. But I will say this is still on the skinnier side. The weight of this is actually very complimentary, very light. So if you like to carry tools around and you want them to be extra heavy, this is a nice light set. It doesn't say, but I believe this is chrome vanadium, like most of these wrenches in this category. And then the part that's unique on the tail here, I think I gotta grab a 13 to show you, is It's a traditional 12 point. You see here, and some manufacturers, actually gear wrenches to do this. They actually cap off the top, so you put a fastener in, and then it'd stop and stay stopped. You couldn't, if you had like an all thread and you tried to slide all the way down the all thread, you couldn't go all the way down and start ratcheting. Well, with this setup, they allow it to pass through, but they actually cut inside here to allow for this spring, basically a spring clip inside there, so that you can put fasteners in there and actually hold them too. So that's the really cool part, is you could hold on there nice and tight, ratchet away, and then pull off. And then if you don't want to just automatically pass through a fastener, that spring will stop you. And then again, it also, depending on how far you push it in there, will give you retention on that fastener as well. It's not going anywhere. So I think that's a really cool technique that they've employed here, because you get that added benefit of multi-use. Now, I mean, as far as the finish work in there, it looks great. All those teeth look great for the 12 point. Attempts to corner load a little bit. But, yeah, that's a great dual use head system. Let's go ahead and grab a larger one. Let's go ahead and grab the 21. Let you guys see that. Really nice finishing on the face. No rolled corners. That'd be a nice little addition. But even the dimensions are nice. It's not overly, large. The Japanese do a good job keeping it minimalistic. And again, I think these are Taiwanese made. This looks very similar to some other Taiwanese type tools. On this one, I do wish this was probably just a little bit thicker in here, because if you really want to put some weight on it, that's going to dig in just a little bit. The corners are beveled a little bit, so that does help out. But, yeah, the reverse switch is nice. Sound a little dry, but not too bad. And then, again, much easier to see that spring inside there. Yeah, really nice. 232. These all share the same number, 243. So yeah, so I think they're all going to be their specific part number based off of the set. And I think they've done a great job. Some of you guys, feel free to comment. What do you guys like? Do you like the traditional, just really chromed out and smooth versions of these ratchets, or do you like the satin ones? I think with me over time, I've really preferred the satin ones, just because they keep their luster of what they are better. They don't scratch up nearly as easy, or visibly as easy. And then I actually like the added tactile feel. They actually have just a little bit more grip because they're not perfectly smooth. So that's kind of grown on me over the years. But I really liked this set when I saw it. I picked it up, and now it's mine. So, and they did a beautiful job. Again, I think Tone, I think they outsourced this one to a overseas provider. But tell me what you think. There was very little information when I was looking at it, and a lot of their ratchets that I have are Taiwanese made, and they have a similar finish, similar style, and I just can't help but think that they have a factory, outside of their Japanese area, that manufactures a lot of these wrenches for them. So, but overall, I still like them. Pricing wise, it does get up there. You're paying a premium for these Japanese manufacturers, especially. I feel like Tone thinks that they're on the higher end, like up there with the KTCs, Nepros, Kokens. I think that they feel like they're up there. What do you guys think? Do you feel like they're as good? I tend to think of them below each one of those as far as their manufacturing and quality, but I still think they're good. I still think they're a good set. And again, I wanted to pick up this set. So again, I'll put a link down below. Go ahead and check it out so you get the best price. And because for whatever reason, this set mix matches with another one. So the one down below, it may appear that it's the wrong one, but it is the correct one if you're interested in this set. Pricing for it. Pricing right now. And again, with overseas tariffs and whatnot, it's kind of a little over the place. I got these for a little bit less earlier on. I've had them for a little bit here just to try them out. But right now they're about $200 for this complete set. So that's a fair amount of money. You can get a lot for $200. But if you like Japanese tools and nice case, carry case, nice tools like this, I feel like it's kind of in an okay range for what you're getting. Yeah, it's a little bit higher but you are getting a unique tool with unique properties. And I mean, I wish it was completely skip free, but that's kind of getting harder to find with some of these Japanese manufacturers at times. But let me know your thoughts down below. Would you pick up this set? Would you not? Or is there something better? Maybe another one of these Japanese manufacturers that you picked up. There's a couple other ones I've been eyeballing as well. But what do you think? I'd love to hear it down below. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe. That helps these videos out and helps to get out to everybody else who might be interested in these tools. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.